Hi everyone, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary on the CHB TV network. It is Tuesday, March the 12th, and earlier this evening, the Vancouver Canucks avenged last week's 2-1 loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets in Columbus with their own 2-1 victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets in Columbus. And on a day where I was eagerly awaiting some white smoke, marking the name of a new pope, the Canucks answered the prayers of hockey fans in Vancouver, so to speak, by stopping their 4-game losing streak. There were many good things from tonight's game. Roberto Luongo had a strong performance, allowing only the one goal in his first start since March the 3rd. Now, the ball is in his court, or more appropriately, the puck is in his crease, as he'll likely get the next start and keep on starting until he falters. David Booth continues his aggressive play. He laid out Columbus player Matt Calvert with a huge, thunderous, and clean body check in the first period, likely still mad at Calvert for dancing around the entire Canucks team and scoring the overtime winner last Thursday. Now in 10 games, Booth still hasn't found the back of the net, but hopefully as he continues his strong play, that will change. Also, the Canucks tonight seem focused on getting shots to the net. They were credited with 38 shots, including 18 in the second period, led by Mason Raymond with 7 shots alone. A couple of bad things. There's a scary moment at the end of the first period when Alex Burrows tripped, or more likely dove to block a pass, slid right into Roberto Luongo, who proceeded to hit the side of his head on the crossbar. Now the play actually went on for almost 50 more seconds before a stoppage, and Luongo had to shake it off, and thankfully he wasn't hurt, and obviously it didn't affect his play for the rest of the game. Another bad were the 2 boarding penalties in the game. One to Ryan Johansson, the other to Zach Kassian. A third one, maybe not a boarding penalty, but a dirty hit to the head of Cam Barker by Jarrett Bull that wasn't called actually. So maybe it's because I'm not a violent person or I'm averse to conflict, but I just shudder every time I see hits like that, especially those along the boards, and maybe I just gotta toughen up, I don't know. A couple of interesting things. Number one, the Canucks goaltending situation. It was the fodder of all the talk shows after the game, with Roberto Luongo potentially staking his claim to the crease once again. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens as we've entered the second part of the season. Luongo has the better stats right now. An argument could be made for Schneider not hitting his stride yet, but regardless, the Canucks are going to need to play the goalie that gives them the best chance to win. And some would argue, the majority would argue, that right now it could well indeed be Roberto Luongo, although admittedly this is his first game in a week or so. Another interesting tidbit, with Cam Barker's nice assist to Jannik Hansen to Jason Garrison on the Canucks goal in second period, he now has 2 points in 4 games. Now I know that's not the best sample size, I'm not saying he's going to score a point for every 2 games, but with those 2 points in those 4 games, he actually has the same number of points as David Booth in 10, Tom Sestito in 13, and Dale Weiss in 25 games. He actually has more points than Andrew Alberts, Keith Ballard, Manny Malhotra, and Andrew Ebbett. So we'll see what happens for the former first rounder. Maybe he's going to start to get more regular ice time and stake a claim, I like saying that, stake a claim into a regular position in the Canucks lineup. One other thing I find interesting is the ice time of Tom Sestito. He only had 4.5 minutes tonight. I don't think he saw the ice in the third period. And basically at 4.5 minutes, you wonder what's his effectiveness, what's his role, and is he playing himself out of the lineup? We'll see what happens. The Canucks return home to host Nashville this Thursday at Rogers Arena, and hopefully they'll be able to build on their strong performance and extend their win streak to a mighty 2 games. God bless, and go Canucks go.